back in the office like we never left with a special guest, Ashley Beauty, but we're not related.
No, we're not.
How are you doing?
Good. A little nervous, but good.
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. So you are the owner of,
Lavish Beauty by Ashley Marie.
and you do eyebrows.
So yes, everything related with brows, permanent makeup, tinting, lamination, all that.
So we know each other for a couple years. When I started my own business in Kendall, she was my first client. I would work from 9 to 5 to a doctor's office, and then at nighttime, like around 8.
Super late.
Super late, and then they had the air on. We were like frozen pinguinos in that room. I was doing her legs, and we're like shaking, both of us, because it gets very cold in there. And she used to work in UM.
Yes.
And she was not happy at the UM.
No.
So we will give each other like therapy. I was like, oh, we were trying to figure out what she liked. She was, I love doing eyebrows. And I was like, you do? I was like, oh, I like doing body treatments. So we used to like motivate each other. And then she opened up her own place in Doral. The first place wasn't always in Doral?
Yes, in Doral. I moved in Doral too.
The what?
Then in Doral, and then I moved within Doral.
Ah, yeah. And then now you're in Kendall and maybe trying to expand to Kendall?
Maybe. That would be eventually, but yes, I would like to like move closer to home.
How's your experience having your own business?
Stressful.
It's not for the weak, right?
Nope. It's very hard.
Because you went through some stuff in Doral?
Yes. And my first salon, I went through a lot of things, and yeah, it's not.
Any advice for someone who wants to start opening up their own place?
Definitely, like, not do things a lo loco. Like, I'm very impatient. Like, when I want something, I go get it. And I just thought opening a location was just opening a location, you know?
Yeah.
So I made a lot of mistakes along the way because I never got informed or anything. I just said, okay, I'm ready to expand. I was working from home.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to go like bigger. And I just went and I did it.
What was the most challenging of that experience? The people that you hired, or just the whole thing in general?
Just the whole thing in general, because I just made certain mistakes that some of them were just on me, and then also did not help the people that I hired.
Mm-hmm.
That did not help.
So you recommend to open your place to start small and then
to start small and to really analyze the situation and to really sit down and say, can I do this? Can I not? Or can I go this big, or can I go this small? Because it's not opening a business. It's not going looking for a location and opening it.
Right.
Location is actually the easiest part.
Right.
Well, not even, because now rent's the same, so it's not even easy. But it's just everything behind it, you know? I feel like I also expanded a little bit too fast. Mm-hmm. So that's something that was on me. Mm-hmm. So that's why now I went smaller. It's not technically that I wanted to go smaller, because I would have wanted to get the same size or bigger. Mm-hmm. But I'm not there right now, because since I had to go through a lot of things, mm-hmm. I had to take a step back. But that step back is only going to make me get stronger, and be ready for the correct decisions, and not make those mistakes again.
Right. I know you had problems with employees too. Yes. Did you hire them because you knew them, or just people that came and you're like, oh, they're so nice, I think this is a...
So people that pretty much people that just came. Mm-hmm. I didn't really know anyone, and I didn't go beyond
to do your research.
To do my research, because I think that everyone is going to be like me.
Right. That same problem happens to me.
I'm not gonna harm you. I am not going to hurt you. I'm not going to use you. I'm not going to do anything of that. Mm-hmm. So I expect that everyone's going to be like me, and that's the biggest lesson that I learned.
Mine too.
So I know that you went through your things too. So, I wish I would have done a little bit of more research mm-hmm. on them, because it's a nightmare to have people that you don't want to have next to you, and you have them every day in your face.
There's a point that you don't like going to your office anymore.
It gets to the point that like I didn't even want to go there, of how bad it was.
No.
It was a point in my life that I was at my lowest because I thought I was gonna lose my business. So I don't really. First, I don't wish that upon anyone. I don't even wish it upon the people that harmed me. So, it's frustrating because, you know, it's your baby.
Right.
And for someone to just come and like ruin all your plans, ruin maybe what God had in store for me. Like now I got deviated. But I got deviated because I needed to go through those things. So at the end of the day, I know I cried. I know it was a lot of money that I spent. I got to my lowest point. Depression, just what I buy out, everything. But at the end of the day, I say thank you to God because I needed to go through that.
Sometimes we ask ourselves, why is this going through?
I started asking better questions because we're always, oh, why does this happen to me? Or Diosito, ¿por qué a mí? O ¿por qué? Like, no. It's, Diosito, ¿qué tengo que aprender?
Yeah.
¿Qué tú quieres que yo aprenda?
Yeah.
What do you want me to learn from this situation, from this mistake? So then that's what I did. I was like, okay, so I can be so nice. I have to set the boundaries that I want to set. That I have them inside of me, but I don't say them because I don't want to hurt your feelings or I don't want to have a problem with you because I want you to be happy.
Right.
And because I want you to be happy, then you step all over me.
Yeah.
So that is the first thing that I needed to learn. I also needed to learn that if I'm the owner, I'm the owner.
Yes.
I would act like an employee because I didn't want anyone to feel different or for anyone to feel some type of way. Like, what is that?
Right.
You get me? So those are things that I see now.
Right.
Because I'm going back and I'm saying, what do I need to learn?
Right.
So those are the things that I go back and I say, okay, I needed to do that. You know?
I understand you completely because it happened to me too. Like, I wanted to satisfy everybody, but nobody was satisfying me. Nobody was asking me if I'm doing okay. But everybody was doing good. Everybody was getting paid. I was the one who's not getting paid. I was the one, like, in the middle of the clients are giving me complaints with the other person next door. And I was, like, in the middle. And at the end, everybody was making money, but I wasn't. So I understand you completely. So what's the new now chapter of your business?
So I pretty much moved, I would say maybe like a month ago, I would say, to the new location. So I'm just pretty much settling in. I don't have any plans right now. I'm going to enjoy this moment. I'm going to enjoy something that I forgot what it was, but peacefulness, there's no price for that.
No.
Coming to work happy, coming to work and saying, literally, that's how I come in and I say, and it's not decorated. You know how I am. It's not decorated. It's not to my liking. There's a lot of things that I want to do to it, and I'm
pretty sure you're gonna make it cute.
Yes, I am. But
I'm pretty sure. That's why when I walked in, I was like, I didn't even say anything because I know you.
Yeah.
You're very OCD like me. Like here we're here fixing and painting, so I know that's not an issue. But I know this is your passion.
Yes.
Because since I know you. You always no lashes. I eyebrows. I love eyebrows. So I was like sad that all this happened. I was actually sad that you never called me. But I didn't want to go to your Instagram and say, oh, if you need help. Like, I didn't know how to approach that. I still don't know when someone's going through something like that. I don't know how to approach it.
I also didn't go ahead and, like, make it so publicly because at the end of the day, like, nobody goes around Instagram showing their problems.
Correct.
Everybody shows
the pretty stuff, the nice cars.
And pretty much that's what I showed. I showed that I was okay, that I was thriving, that everything was good, and it really wasn't. And I've been meaning to sit down and do this. whether it was by myself or with someone, because I wanna pretty much, I don't want to say like guide, because I don't know every rule by, by the book, but at least try to help people not make so many mistakes.
Right, like a mentor.
I guess it could be that. Because I made a lot of mistakes. A lot of mistakes. Like, for example, like how beautiful my salon was. That came out straight out of my pocket. Nobody told me go get a small business loan. That, I probably would have paid in nothing. So it was like little things like that make a huge difference, because that was already an amount of money that left my pocket and then ruined, because
But we had to close that chapter now because money is energy. Exactly. I believe in that. Yeah. I believe in that. So now when everything happened, now no one can tell you a story because now you know, like the same thing as me. Now we have to bring the positive. Exactly. We have now we have to change our mindset and become positive and do these kind of stuff to bring awareness, because you're not the only one. I'm not the only one either. I know Indira, they burn her place down. There was a barber shop too. They almost burned their place down. At least we didn't lose it completely to that point. But I think us strong women, we need to come together and bring this stuff. I do want to do, like, maybe in a couple months, like a network event and talk about this stuff to bring awareness, because no one gives us a guide. Nope. Like, they tell you open a business and they're like, oh, you need this kind of money, and that's it. They don't ask, they don't tell us, oh, look, in the process of interviewing, do this kind of stuff, do background checks, stalk them in a good way in their Instagram, because there's always something that you're like, oh, wait, I'm not going to bring this person because look what she does in her Instagram, It's a process, but we have to change the mindset and become positive with that. And I said, maybe right now you're not happy because you're in a smaller place, but I felt such good energy there.
I'm actually the happiest.
Oh, okay.
So, like, what I meant to say was that, yes, I just went smaller, but it was only to just get stronger.
Right.
Because now I'm going to go do it with experience.
Correct.
So, in between this one and my next one, it's where it's going to be at.
Right.
I'm not where I know I'm going to be at. I'm starting.
Correct. And you're young.
And and then I'm also like, I'm not 100 years old, so I know I have time, but everything happened to me because it needed to happen to me. So then I know I'm in the correct path. Like, I know I'm walking it, even though I'm getting hit with 10,000 bats, but I still managed to get up and to continue, because I know that there's more for me. And the whole money and the energy and all that, it is true. I have also changed my mindset. Like, I would say that maybe the last 2 weeks in the old place, I decided to just, it got to the point where I just didn't know what else to do. I just,
what was it like?
I had no control over the situation. They gave me a week to move. I had to leave that location, both locations, exactly how I got them. Mind you, I did a lot of stuff to it.
To knock everything down?
Yes.
Oh my God.
So it was very stressful because I couldn't do it. I couldn't go knock down a wall. I couldn't go and move boxes because they were too heavy. Like, everything was out of my control. To the point that lijando, sanding, because I had to help my boyfriend, because it was literally me and my boyfriend. I was full of bobo. I was literally sanding walls to help him, because again, we had a week to move. I like crying. I just said, Diosito, like, no puedo. Like, you handle this. Like, you take the wheel, and I promise you, I'm going to have faith. That's all I did. And I go, that wall's gonna get back up. The boxes are gonna get to the truck. The truck is going to get to the new location. And I am going to be in a week in my new place. Because that's how God had it for me. Because I said that I wanted to be in my new location by March 1st. And I was in my location by March 1st.
Wow. I always say that business owners are the ones that have the most faith.
Yeah. You have to.
We pray more than 50 times a day.
Yeah.
We pray in the morning when we wake up until the nighttime, and that's where our faith goes. With our religion, that's the faith is what blows us, that makes us a better person. But I always say you went through all this, but you know what? You're such a talented person that this is just a lesson, and just move on, because mira que my Crystal, my oldest, is the most pickiest human being I've ever met in my life since she was little. And that day that she did her eyebrows with you, she went crazy. She was texting me, "Oh my God, she's so good." I'm obsessed. She used to go to Penrose Pines to do her eyebrows. That's how picky she is. And now she's like, I know she did. I saw her nails, and I asked her, and she said she does it herself. I'm gonna do it too. I'm like, oh, I know.
Yes.
So I always say that God brought us for a reason, and I said, with mi cuenta, because I'm gonna help you, even if I show up on Wednesdays there and just sit down and talk.
Exactly.
We're gonna help each other, because I love doing this, and I know you're very talented. So if you weren't, trust me, I wouldn't. I'm like, oh, mija, dedica otra cosa. But you are, and you're very humble, and you're a good person, because you love your parents. And I always say, when someone loves their parents, they're a good person. When I always tell the girls, when you look for a boyfriend, look at the way they treat their parents. Yep. If they treat them bad, no sirven. No sirven. So I know you're very close to your family, and now you have a boyfriend. You just bought a house too, right?
Yes.
Viste, como yo miro todo.
Yes, yo lo veo todo.
And you have a kid dog too?
I have two, actually.
Oh, two.
Yes. No, now we have the baby of the house, which she's huge. We have a Labrador, and we have a Golden Retriever.
Oh, God.
So those are our little kids,
our babies.
But yes, I got a house. Wrong timing as well. but
it's okay. It's okay. I said God makes those plans, and I know that you took a course yesterday.
Yes, I did.
Because you love doing the Russian.
So
I never heard of that until you told me on last Monday.
So little story about me, I technically wanted to do anything that had to do with beauty straight out of high school. I know my parents are gonna hate me for this, for what I'm gonna say, but so I told them, hey, like I wanna go to beauty school and this and that, and they had a fit. Cuban typical parents, they want a degree and all that. So what did I go do? Try to go get a degree. I went to go do nursing, which was something else that I liked. I went to a school that was accredited at the moment, but some way, somehow, it became non-accredited. So everything that I did there, I lost it. So if I had to start a new date or whatever, I had to start over again. And I said, so that's when, and pretty much around there is when I met you. I was in UM, and I was a puppy, And I told my parents, I'm like, I need to get out. I'm going crazy. I need to get out. I want to do this. They had a fit, because obviously I was going to go from a stable, not salary, but, a paycheck every 2 weeks to, we don't know. Because literally was, I don't know. I'll figure it out. So I said to myself, okay, I'm going to give myself 6 months. In 6 months, I need to make what I'm making in 1 month. So after work, I will go to the house. So from 4 to I would do brows, and that's how I started building clientele.
I remember.
And in 6 months, I was able to leave UM and go full time to do all this. And then it got to the point where my parents had to say sorry to me, because they noticed that I was actually good. They noticed that my house pretty much at that time looked like a drug dealer's house because of the in and out. And they were like, wow, I'm sorry, like, you're actually very good at this, and we're sorry that we stopped you from doing it since you wanted to do it, whatever. So,
so now you're doing the Russian.
And then I was like, what was next? So then I've been doing everything, like brows, that
mini tattoos,
I do it all. And I'm very picky with my nails, very, very picky. So eventually I found someone that did the Russian manicure. That time I didn't know what that was. And I started doing my nails, and I was like, oh my God, this is like perfection. Like, this is the perfect manicure that I have ever gotten. So I was always obsessed with my nails and with that technique. And then since I had girls in the salon doing it, I obviously started growing and learning certain things from it. And then I would always make a joke, and I would be like, bro, just give me the machine. Like, I know how to do this. Because I would watch the videos, and I'm like, I know how to do this. Yeah, no, that was not the case. It's actually very hard, but I never thought that I would love it. So right now I'm in the process of just learning. I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna become a nail tech now for life. You know, I'm gonna continue my stuff. I'm a brows artist and lash and all the things. But I do love it, and I am trying to grow in it. So that's why I took a course yesterday, because I want to perfect my work. To the point where I have those perfect nail pictures that I see on Instagram.
I'm pretty sure you'll get there, like maybe in 2 days. Because knowing you're gonna be practicing, and
well, the funny thing is I haven't even been doing nails for 6 months.
Yeah.
Which my boyfriend was the one that he was like, you haven't even been doing it for 6 months, and I'm like, really? And then when I went back, I'm like, oh wow. So yeah, maybe that's why I get so much hate.
You get so much hate?
I don't know, I guess.
Oh, because they're coming out good?
I mean, people keep coming back, no?
Oh, I know.
So, but I just started, obviously.
Isa, you're such a they're kind of person that when you te mete algo en la cabeza,
you're like, going to do it. And I also, like, it did come a little bit easier, I guess you can say, because I already have the hand for the brows. Especially for permanent makeup, I have to have a machine that vibrates in my hand. So I guess I have that down pat. Right. To the point where I grab the nails, even though it was the complete different, because my machine has to be standing up and that machine has to be laying down. Yeah. So that took me a moment to like get it together. But that's the only thing I could say, that maybe since I have that, it got a little bit easier for me, but it's very hard.
It's not that easy. How social media,
no. Those videos that they put on Instagram, they make it look so easy, and it's not. But it's very nice to see somebody come in with like a disaster, and then they leave with those perfect, like, I don't know, like, you seamless. Is like no cuticles,
but they last longer than gel.
Yes, like 4 weeks. Oh, you could pretty much be 6 weeks with them, but it's not recommended because water could go in. Yeah. So 4 weeks is your...
Bueno, Crystal, I know is going to be calling you soon.
Bueno, let's see.
Another question. I know now it's a style to have the eyebrows like bushier, like puffier.
Natural right now is the way to go. So I know.
So it is true, because I
took off my lashes. Yeah, very natural.
That's the need. Right. And you offer también courses, trainings.
Yes. Trainings, of all the services that I do, of course.
Bueno. Thank you so much for coming. I know you're very shy, but you did amazing.
Thank you.
We're going to be tagging her, posting her stuff, and stay tuned because I'm going, not this Wednesday, next Wednesday. We're gonna see these eyebrows tienen remedio.
I'm pretty sure we'll do something.
Because I'm having an issue. I did the ombre powder, and then everybody keeps on telling me I have to laser it for them to touch it. You were the only one that said, okay, Marcia, I'll do it.
Well, I said that because of you, first of all. But the correct thing is for you to go laser them.
Why is brow people so scared to touch someone else's work?
It's not that we're scared, it's just we know what's going to happen. So you're going to be back at that result like around 6 months. Or maybe even less.
So it's better to tattoo it.
So it's better to remove it with laser and then redo it from the beginning.
How about the color correction?
The color correction is what I'm going to do to you. So we're going to pretty much neutralize it and then add some color again. But you're looking at from 4 to 6 months, you're back at this again.
But, this is the only thing I regret doing it because of that problem. Nobody wants to touch my eyebrows. So I've maybe if I would have shaped it and just laminated, right? or tinted.
Yeah, but you didn't have hair. Why did you do the ombre? You didn't have hair?
I did. It was just, I didn't have shape. Because I did, oh, I know why. Because I went to Los Chinitos and they did the threading y me dejaron como una chonga.
Usually, I mean, there's a lot of girls that get them. Like, for example, like me, my eyebrows. I'm thinking of getting it done already because I am filling them in a lot. I have to do it every day because this is what sells.
Right. Yeah, because the day I was there, the two clients were like, yo quiero tus cejas. Hazme lo que tú quieres tus cejas.
So, I don't have them ombre, but I'm about to because, you know, it looks very natural. It looks like you just fill them in with a pencil.
Right.
When you have hair. When you don't have hair, then that's when it tends to start changing color. And what happened to you? That they're turning gray.
Horrible. Bueno, thank you so much. And we'll be tagging her and stay tuned for all the stuff that we're doing together.
Yes. You didn't have hair?
I did. It was just, I didn't have shape. Because I did, oh, I know why. Because I went to Los Chinitos and they did the threading y me dejaron como una chonga.
Usually, I mean, there's a lot of girls that get them. Like, for example, like me, my eyebrows. I'm thinking of getting it done already because I am filling them in a lot. I have to do it every day because this is what sells.
Right. Yeah, because the day I was there, the two clients were like, yo quiero tus cejas. Hazme lo que tú quieres tus cejas.
So, I don't have them ombre, but I'm about to because, you know, it looks very natural. It looks like you just fill them in with a pencil.
Right.
When you have hair. When you don't have hair, then that's when it tends to start changing color. And what happened to you? That they're turning gray.
Horrible. Bueno, thank you so much. And we'll be tagging her and stay tuned for all the stuff that we're doing together.
Yes.
Miami dale suena. Noticias, negocios, el condado, tu ciudad entera. Política, arte y comunidad. Todo lo que pasa en tu localidad. Conoce.